Hey guys, what's up? Holdo here. Welcome back to episode 3. Um, Last episode we managed to grind up to $33.83, which is about just over a buy-in we won. So let's try not to lose. Let's see if we can get into some good spots. Interesting. Could try a squeeze here. I'm just gonna let that one go. Decided to just check that one back. I mean, it plays okay multi-way. And out of position against the initial limber. It's not too. I mean, it's doing okay against a limp, but gonna check. Expect to lose to an ace. Sometimes, but looks like we chop with any jack. Don't think there's any point in bluffing. Timed out again. What did I time out with? King 10. Unfortunate. Sparky. We'll fold this time. Could argue 3 bets there is okay sometimes. This is an open. So we get a caller and then a donk lead. And this guy's done the same. I'm going to call this one. I think I'm going to fold this. So we could be donking there with ace 4, possibly 5, 6, stuff like that. You could definitely have a 9 as well. When he checks back, it's more likely a 9, like a 10-9 or an 8-9 type of hand. It's a bit less likely a 9 now. Question is, can we value bet against maybe a random 4? Possibly. I'm going to try it. 10s, unlucky. Assume 10s would 3-bet pre-flop. Let's have a look. Did he free? No, he just flat pre-flop. Another donk lead. Okay, well we've got top pair, we've got a backdoor flush draw, so we're not going anywhere at the moment. Half pot donk. It's not likely an ace, but never know. It's more likely to be a flush, but now he's checked on the heart, so maybe not a flush. I think we just try to get to showdown as cheaply as possible. Hmm. I think on this river, a fold is probably the best bet. Gets a half pot. I mean, he has eights. If you randomly donk bet an eight, hearts get the. I mean, any ace higher than mine would be better, but I assume you'd three bet that pre though. I'm gonna fold this time. Sort of panicked on this side. Three bet the fives. I mean, folding that is totally fine. I mean, as played, C bet here is mandatory. Kind of like a call here, but that is pretty loose. Fold there again is good also. Now we just get. I mean, we've got a backdoor club draw, but against half part, I think we just got to fold. Pocket tens. Oh. Well, let's just hope this is a donation. I'm definitely not folding. Looks like a donation. Hold, please. Nice. We flopped the nuts on the right table, but sadly he just folded. Let's mark this guy. It's an absolute whale. I kind of like a three bet against this fella. He's playing with a stack size slightly less than 100 BBs, so you can assume he's a recreational player. So applying maximum pressure seems to be the best option in my experience. King balls. Sticking to the plan, 4x and out position. Get a fold. I might experiment with maybe a little bit less than 4x because nobody really plays back unless they have the nuts. King 7, just like a call this hand. To an insta check. Just gonna bet small, try and pick it up. If this guy calls, so out of like a weak ace out of position in a three-way pot is not the best, although it is suited. So we've got a couple of we've got three options basically. We can fold, we can call to try and basically hit two pair or better, or we can try a bluff. We have one of the aces, so it makes it less likely that they have aces. But I think I'm just going to take this option. And the fact he just insta-checked makes me assume that we took the wrong choice there. Maybe a raise would have taken the pot down. So we flopped 2 pair on the left-hand side. With no diamond, it's going to bet half pot. And this one I'm just going to give up and check down. Depending on the turn, I'm probably going to bomb the turn. Ay, ay, ay. Well, we lose to King Jack, obviously. We're not going anywhere at the moment. I don't think raising all. I mean, we could raise all in against a flush if he's going to be doing this with a flush draw. But I think just a call and see what happens is probably the best bet. We lose to tens also. Okay, well the diamond comes on the turn. So with this size in, question is, do we have enough outs to call? So we have 4 outs basically, and we're getting, what is it, 3 to 1? Maybe 25%. No, we're not getting enough. Just gonna fold that. We are blocking aces and queens, but he could have tens, king jack, and the flush got there. So I mean, if we look at probabilities, we're probably behind in that spot. If we were deeper, let's say we had 200 big blinds each, and he had a lot more behind, and he made the same bet, then a call makes more sense, because if you do hit the ace or the queen, you are likely to stack the opponent. Ace 3. I don't like a check. I think I'm going to bet, and I'm going to bet big. Could just try to barrel this with 3 streets. We don't have any of the flush draws. We could jam the river. I mean, that's kind of an outrageous play, but I'm going to do it. Not sure about that line. It seems a bit a bit too crazy, but it worked out. Maybe like a pot-sized bet would have done the same thing. It saved me a lot. If I was wrong. Hmm. Kind of like a large bet on this flop. So Russian with a 2 on the turn. Um, doesn't really improve him. However, I'm going to check back this time. Playing a mixed strategy. I've just run out of time bank. If I had a bit more time there, I could have possibly come up with something. Just gonna check this one back, and try and hit a 4. Simple as that. And we missed. Queen 10, offsuit. Um, the hijack, just like to fold that. I'm just gonna check and pray. Okay, that's an easy fold. Three bet the tens from the small blind. Going with the 4x sizing again, and we get a call. Decent flop for tens. Um, we're also covering one of the spades if he does have a spade draw. I'm gonna bet half pot, seeing as I want to protect against overpairs, overcard. Sorry. We're just gonna bet jam this. Hope for the best. I mean, he could have jacks, queens. I think possibly re-raise pre-flop. He could have sevens, sevens through nines also. If he jams, it's going to be a fold. We get it through. Not saying that it's going to be a fold, would it be a fold? I think because we have the 10 of spades, it would be a fold because it removes his semi-bluff options. For example, if he had 10 jack of spades, that would be a decent semi-bluff if he was to jam. Because I hold that card, it takes that away from him. Yeah, so I was going to say you'd be more likely to fold queens rather than tens. Queens without a spade. But that might just be going a bit too far. Oh, just timed out again. Queens look like they went through. from Belarus. I'm gonna check this back. And then just let this go. I like the 3-bet suited kings against a small blind open. And this is a 4-bet. 4-bet fold, trying to take the blinds down pre-flop. So against Daria, I mean, we can either check and then basically we have to call their bet, or we can just jam and then lose sometimes. Kind of like a jam. Try and fold out king queen. It's just kings. Barry greens? No. Unlucky. Not sure about that. Obviously, this player should be shoving that all in pre-flop. I just didn't like the idea of check folding, because if I check and then they jam, I'm in a pretty rough spot. So I think just jam, let them fold their, random queen X or king X hands, stuff like that. It might be a bit loose. It doesn't matter. Throwaway pot. We're just gonna play extremely tight, and against the pot size bet, this is just a easy fold. And against a small blind open, this is a 3-bet. It's a bit of an outrageous raise. We are deeper, so I can see that logic. We are blocking aces. Belarus. I mean, he's not doing that with ace, anything worse than ace jack. So I think we just fold. Just say nice hand, mate. So against the whale who paid me off, just gonna try and hit a flush, bet big twice. I might throw in some sit and go sessions next time. Play some heads up hypers. See if we can spin up a bankroll. three-way pot, so it's more likely that either of them do have a heart. With such a low heart, I think we just have to fold. It's coming up to the half-hour mark. Let's see if we can get in a few more big pots before we end the session. So against this guy's bet, I think we just call, see what he does on the turn. So we're liking this. I think we put in a little cheeky raise now. Obviously we lose to king 7 or kings. Nice. We go with the 3x 3 bet. We flop really well. Top pair with a flush draw. Kind of like the small bet. I mean, it smashes our 3 betting range. And now we just want to try and get the money in. So against the under the gun open, I don't mind flatting 7s on the button because it means we would be last to act. And against a squeeze from Latvia, I think we can let this go. If he was a little bit deeper, we could argue calling, but 100 big blinds, that's I think that's a fold. Alright, we're coming up to the end of 2.5 now, so I'm going to play these last 2 hands and call it a sesh. I did open a chest yesterday, and it took me over the mark to get 1,000 coins, so I can cash that in for an extra $10, which I'm going to do in a sec. Let's see if I can get that going actually. Okay, so we end the session. Up money. We're now on $36.08. So we've made about $2.80-ish, $2.70, something like that. Yeah, so I'm gonna cash in my tokens. So next time you see me on episode 4, we're gonna have $46.08. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one. Holdo out.